Good morning. Every now and then we'll get a phone call saying, well, I was cleaning out underneath the sink and I was rearranging and I bumped this unit and it either fell off or it got moved or jarred a little bit. And right now I've got a very small leak coming out of one of the tubing connections. And if that happens, it's fairly easy to fix. These are all quick connect. We use quick connect fittings on all of our equipment. And the way to remove this tube, to repair it, is you'll press in on this little collet, this white collet, with your fingernails, and then the tube will pull out. When you put it back in, you don't have to lock anything. The tube cannot pull out. So again, you push in, put your fingernails over, and it'll pull out. There's an O-ring inside these, and sometimes the O-ring just needs to be replaced. Sometimes the tubing just needs to be cut, maybe a ½ inch off the tubing. Make sure that it's round, and then push it in, and while you're inserting it, twist it just a little bit. A lot of times that will solve any of the drip issues or anything else, and then you can obviously mount this back up on the wall or where it was. Watch it while it's pressurized and make sure that you don't have any more drips, but a lot of times that's all it takes. If you do need an O-ring, we have them here at the shop. We carry them on the truck, so you can either swing by and get them or call us and we can go ahead and take care of it for you right there on the job site. The other question we get is, well, every now and then it seems like I'm getting gunk out of my, for lack of a better word, gunk coming out of my faucet. And what happens is the water, when it's on, water's flowing. When you turn it off, water is still in this tube. It's actually stopped right there because it can't, you've shut off the supply line, so it can't obviously come out anymore, but there's actually water in here. And if you've got pets or a very dusty house or just for any reason, you can actually get some buildup right around the tip right here so that when you open the faucet, it either squirts a little funny or you see something. And the quick way to solve that is just take a Q-tip or a pipe cleaner and just push it up into it, move it around. Some people will use a head of a screwdriver or something, and just move it around and then pull it. And sometimes you'll actually find a little bit of goop, if you will, and that is just what has collected on the stem here while the water's been shut off, and it's basically a magnet. Everything will go towards that. So it's not a bad idea every now and then to go ahead and clean the faucet out. The other question we get is, we're getting air bubbles coming out of here. And that's a tough one. The city water is aerated, so it could be that the city had some air in the lines. It gets trapped inside the system, and you'll get aerated water coming out of here. And if you fill up a glass, you'll see all the air bubbles go to the top. About the only way to get rid of that is to right before you go to bed, I recommend, open the faucet, let it run all the way out, take 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so, let it drip for 5 or 10 minutes, close the valve, go to bed, and then in the morning, hopefully all the air bubbles are gone. I would try, you might have to do that more than once. You might have to do it twice, possibly 3 times. If it continues to happen, it actually could be a little leak in the air bladder there too. You probably have to give us a call. We can come on out and do a check on everything and decide if there is a problem with the tank or whether it's just air coming in from the city. But the best way is to drain your system a couple of times, and hopefully that'll take care of that problem for you.